Hey you guys, welcome back to Sincerely Yours, Valisa. Um, Please, if you like the content I'm putting out, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. So yeah, so today I am on my way to work. I'm so proud of myself. I finally got the correct car stand for my phone. Now I just gotta learn how to oh shoot, I just gotta tighten it up so it won't move so much. But anyway, welcome back. I'm on my way to work. I'm picking up today from 3 to 11:30. And let me take this glasses off. From 3 to 11:30 I'm picking up. So we're gonna see what today brings. I know last night they were asking me to come in because they were down 2 nurses. And I think they don't understand that nurses have to protect their own mental to prevent provider burnout. And for this place that I'm working at, you can get burnt out very easily. But I want to make a correction. On my last video, I was talking about this one patient that gets daily, well, I think it's like 3 times a day, Foley irrigation. And I said the wrong word, but I know what I was saying. The procedure when you do it is a aseptic technique, when you have to separate the Foley and to the patient and the bag, and then flush him. That is an aseptic technique, but you only are supposed to I ain't never seen the police out here in this area I'm in. That's new. But that's a one and done. You use it, you get rid of it. Because the man is already at a higher risk of infection, because we are disconnecting him and flushing him up to 3 times a day. So personally, I don't know why they just don't get the correct Foley catheter set, that we can just use the needleless port to irrigate him that way. I don't know why they won't do that, but I'm just gonna do my part and make sure he doesn't get an infection on my end. I personally, I use the sterile gloves, even though we ain't supposed to, because they're trying to save money. I use them so they don't have to figure it out that it's me and do what they do. Because at this point it's about patient care. But I want to talk to you guys about something. So I've worked in, there's 2 states I can recall that I've worked in: Iowa and Pennsylvania. And they don't require nurses to do drug screening. And I'm like confused when it comes to that. So I know when I was working at one facility, the HR person told me the reason that they don't do it is because they would lose over half their staff. I'm like, okay. But recently I was talking to one of the nurses who is local, who is from here, and she was telling me that the reason they don't do it is because it would be a violation of HIPAA. Think about that for a minute. The reason they don't do drug screens because it would be a violation of HIPAA. So I'm like, in other words, you are okay with your nurses coming to work in an altered state of mind, providing care to the patients. That is that is mind-boggling for me. And she was telling me because they have legalized medical marijuana here, that they felt like that would be a violation of HIPAA. But in my mind, I'm like, if you actually have a medical card and you are using the medication according the medical marijuana, just as same as if you're on a anxiety medication that will show up in your drug screen, and you are using it according to how you're supposed to use it, then I don't see how that is a violation of HIPAA. I know I can speak for Texas because that's where I'm from, and I've practiced there majority, most of my life, and I know how things go there. I know and it's dependent on the board, and it's also dependent on the facility that you work for. I do know that if you take, let's say, Xanax or lorazepam and you do your drug screen, I do know that one of the requirements, that you are not, when you do take them, you cannot be taking it during, like when you're at work, during your work hours, that type of thing. Then, they will say no. You can't work for us, or, you just can't work for us. That's what they will say. Now, they won't report it as a positive drug screen because you have a doctor that's subscribing it and you're under his or her care. But you definitely shouldn't be taking it at work. And I do know the medical doctor for that facility will call. They will ask you for who prescribes it, what pharmacy you get it from, and and they will check that out to make sure that and when the last time you had it filled, but they will check it out to make sure you are definitely under a doctor's care. And for the most part, almost everything is linked in a way that, the lighting didn't change. Things are linked in the system with, if you're taking like narcotics, okay? And I think that is to help also with patients, to decrease in patient shopping, where they will go to different doctors and get all these narcotics, and hence the opioid, part of the opioid addiction problem that we got going on. So I think, sorry, wait, hold on, gotta be back, hold on, y'all. My bad. I told you I'm learning this thing. I just tighten it up on the back. But anyway, hence, people shopping around and getting narcotics and so forth. So, but back to Pennsylvania. I'm like baffled because you're fine with a nurse coming to work in an altered state of mind. So you will risk patient safety over having a body in the building to take care of the patients. Listen. It is so much. There is so much stuff in this state that's going on that I'm just not down for it. Once you have been through a situation where someone in a higher level, and unfortunately this goes on a lot, and I'm gonna say this: if certain people get offended, then some people get offended, because I'm speaking my truth and I'm speaking what I see. There is, it's bad enough it's racism in everyday life. I know, there she goes. She's talking about racism too. Yeah, I am, because there's racism also in the workforce, especially working as a nurse. Especially working as a nurse. I've worked where they knew this nurse, but the thing is, I heard about it like that day that I came in, but the incident happened already, so I cannot report. And the nurse was taking narcotics, and they asked her to come in to take a drug screen, or come back to take a drug screen, because what she was doing was giving one of the other nurses were on break, and this lady was giving that nurses, quote unquote, so you thought, patients narcotics. They really wasn't getting their narcotics, and these were IV narcotics. Okay, this is Dilaudid. Dilaudid, 10 times strong as morphine. And they asked her to come back, and she didn't. And the next channel with the nursing board of Texas is she is to be reported. But because she was of a particular color, she did not report her. But let that be the same scenario for a person of color. And even it don't even have to be the scenario. It could be that, they have a problem with the fact that you know your shit and you pop your shit. And I'm a pop my shit. What I know, I know. And I'm not saying I can't learn, because there's always things, new things happening all the time. But what I know, I know. And I know that white people, Caucasians, that are in managerial positions, and I want to say, I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if she want me to do that, but I want to say shout out to my friend who finally got her own unit as a director in Dallas. She should have had her own unit. She's on her shit. But if they can, stunt your growth in the career, they being Caucasian people, then they will. And then you will get those, unfortunately, the black people. I mean, you see it in Hollywood. They made it, and they're okay with the foolery. They'll turn their head to the mess, because they're in the inner circle. They getting money. But for what? You're losing your soul for a dime. I don't get it. I don't care how successful or whatever that I become. and will become, I ain't turning my back on what's right, or becoming looking different, or feel like I'm better than someone else. I'm not doing that. But in that same sentence, I have no patience for stupidity when it comes to patient care. If you're a new nurse, and you're open to learning, then let's learn. But the problem is these new nurses, these Gen Zs and so forth, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work. All they want to do is hurry up, go to school, because they got people that's in position. Hey, I can get you a job, but they don't know. I'm not gonna say all of them. They really don't want to learn because they're trying to get to the bigger bag, which is a nurse practitioner. And right now, yeah, there's a need for it, but it's not a need everywhere in the world. But Texas, there's a need because we have more patients that don't have primary care providers. So there's a need. But I'm like, I don't know. The standards used to be different, and from my understanding, they're changing the standards, and that's disheartening, and it's sad to me. It really is. And COVID just made it even worse. It made it even worse. But anyway, I digress. Back over to this medical marijuana and nurses having medical marijuana. Now, I'm not for sure how long the effects of smoking medical marijuana. Now, I'm assuming that it's I don't know. I'm gonna have to do my research on this before I really talk about it. I'm just thinking that it may not be the stronger strains of medical marijuana. But who's to say? When they drug test you, they're not testing you for a certain strain. They just testing you and saying you're positive with THC in your system. So who's to say that nurse is not going and buying the stronger strain, and she is kind of protected a little bit, even though she's not protected, but she's protected because then you have to prove that she went and bought a stronger strain. I don't know. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. And the people that are suffering at the end are the patients. What happened to us and the patients? Oh, I'm gonna be late. Oh well. They're gonna be calling me if I'm not there at 3. You coming to work? Lord. Anyway, what do y'all think about that? That's what I want to know. What do y'all think about nurses who have medical marijuana cards? Do you think that is safe? Do you think that it's like, I don't know. I'm like, if I'm taking care of a patient, or if I'm working with a nurse and I feel that she's doing some unsafe things, I'm reporting it. Whether she has a medical card or not. I mean, I'm not going to know about it, but I'm reporting it. And the scary thing is, I feel like these facilities would be like, okay, well, she has a prescription for it, and they won't do anything about it, all for the sake of having a body. So you would rather I'm just like confused. You'd rather have a body, but possibly lose a body, and have some lawsuits. But that's where we're at in the healthcare right now, and it's sad and it's disheartening, I feel, I've said a million times, to be a nurse or a doctor, or you were like, oh my God, like we were that shit. We were the shit. To be a nurse, you looked at like, oh my, okay, I see you. But now, with all the stuff that's going on, it's a laughing stock. It's a laughing stock. And the stuff that I see, that's just common sense. It ain't being done. But I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Me, myself, I have my goals and goals to get an exit plan to get off the bedside, because it's too stressful at the bedside. I don't care if you, well, it depends on where you're working. Let me stop. Let me refrain. Let me take that back. It depends where you are in the world and the hospital. Some hospitals take patient safety and certain rules and nursing, practicing safely seriously, and they're not going to push. They're not going to push the button or push you to have 7-8 patients on a med-surg floor, which I can't even imagine. Or work in an IMC, which that's my specialty, IMC, or step down and have 5-6 patients, and they all on drips and stuff like that. Like, no, that's bonkers. That's bonkers. And I'm not for the BS. And I would get my stuff with the quickness and get up out of there. Because this is not going to play with my livelihood. I worked too hard, lost a lot of sleep, gained some weight to get my nursing degree. And I'll be damned if you gonna have my stuff caught up in any type of mess. So I make sure I chart everything, and that's something they're not used to here, because they'll go back and look at your charting. They'll tell you to chart, but when you chart and they don't like what you charted, even though that's your charting, and it may make the facility look bad in a way, then they want to change your charting. Like, I don't have time for it. My charting is my charting. My assessment is my assessment. And that's it. Point blank, period. Oh, Lord. This is... come on. This little area... Hold on. Jesus, let me see. I think I can do it. This area, going over through this tunnel in Pittsburgh is crazy. It's crazy. When I first came here, it was crazy, right? But people that are from here, I'm like, that tunnel has been there. They like, it takes about, I know when I go, well, during the week, it'll be like a 20-minute delay just because we're going through that tunnel. And the way they have their roads set up, and I wish I could turn my phone around, but then I would have to, I don't know how to do it. I would have to like turn y'all off and then show y'all as we're going. But it's like you're going through the tunnel, right? And they got the solid lines, so you can't cross any lines while you're in the tunnel. I didn't know that. I didn't cross the lines. I don't do it anymore. But you better know that if you need to take, I think it's 279. I think it's 279 or 376. And either way, it's the road. So when you get out of the tunnel and you have to go to the left and you got to get in that left-hand lane, you better be in that left-hand lane in the tunnel, because there is still traffic coming in on the left-hand lane. So and then you only got like a small amount, maybe 100 feet to get in that lane so you could be able to, you know, cross over to that bridge. It's crazy. I don't know who thought of this. I don't know who thought of this. The tunnel was fine. It's that other part, yeah, that's dangerous, and I don't know who thought of that. And of course, this is like the city with with many bridges, apparently. And I don't like bridges, because I don't understand how you have so many damn bridges. Like, tell me why. Just like, why? The peoples is out on the water. Yeah, so I'm like, just tell me why y'all out like that? Why y'all gotta have so many bridges? It may get dark, because I'm getting ready to go through the bridge. But you know, they've had a couple of bridges, because I said when I went through a couple of the bridges, I'm like, or went over the couple of bridges, I felt like they weren't being cared for. And you know, there has been, I don't know, I think the last one was maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, where a bridge did collapse. That's crazy. And then I can't imagine like this tunnel. That's why I'm like, why y'all slowing down? Because what if this tunnel decide, listen, I'm a what is it, final destination thinker. What if this tunnel decides it want to crash down and y'all riding slow? Nah, y'all need to speed through here. Y'all need to speed through here. But in my mind, I've already got what I'm gonna do if it happens. And that's crazy that I think like that, but I think like that. We are out of that bridge. But I don't know, I just want to hop on. I'm trying to be more consistent. I do have a lot of things in store. I'm just gonna have to like write it out and map it out, but it'll be between this channel, and then I also have a channel that is that's on I can't even think, my head hurt, hold on. I have another channel that's on, I can't even think, I'll remember, because what I'm gonna do, I'm almost at work, and I'm gonna check back with y'all when I get out off of work and tell y'all how the day or the evening went. So I will holler back at y'all when I get off. I'll talk to y'all in a bit. Bye. Hello, y'all. It is the next day. I know I said I was gonna come back on last night after I got off work, but I was mentally drained, and I just wanted to speak to my mom to decompress. But it was, the night was okay, but you know, being a nurse, like honestly, I'm mental health when it comes to going to work and dealing with, you know, abusive, verbally abusive, and some patients can be physically abusive people is crazy to me. Like, I had a patient, and clearly I can tell based on her medications, she's definitely got some psych issues going on. But apparently if she doesn't get her way, she's been known to like lie on the nurses and staff and try to get them in trouble and that sort of thing. And for me, she had meds that would do at 8 p.m. and at 9 p.m. And she came and told me, she was like, you know, did they tell you I like to take my meds early, around 7:30? And I was like, well, you can get your meds as long as they're within said parameters that the medications can be given. She was like, they always give it to me at 7:30. I said, I cannot contest to what they do or do not do. All I know is what I can do based on the rules and regulations with administration of how soon I can give a pain med or how soon I can give just a schedule med. And I mean, probably some nurses may give it to her early to shut her up, but I'm just like, no, like, woman, you're not going to sit here and intimidate me by, calling me names. I was called the B-I-T-C-H word. I've been called, and I'm sorry, this is a white woman, because black people, we don't use the C word. She called me the C word. She told me I was a pill pusher. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm a pill pusher. I got them pills. You won't. So I'll gladly take that title. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just letting her, rant. And so then I called the house supervisor, and she was telling the house supervisor something totally different. Now, thank God they had other staff that were around there, because the lady started saying that I don't like her, I'm a racist. I don't even know you, woman. I've never worked with you a day in my life. All I know is I'm going to give meds. Oh, look at that. Y'all see that going? I'm going to give meds how I'm supposed to give them. And then when I looked at her meds, listen. I don't know if there's a psych doctor on board or what, but the medications that she takes and the amount of sedatives is ridiculous. So then, I went and give her meds, and then, the house supervisors are like, no, she can give it to you within the parameters. And then she, kind of sat right next to me while I was pulling meds or whatever, and I guess she thought that would make me feel a certain way too. And I'm like, yeah, no. And she was like, well, I'm trying to be nice to you. And I'm like, okay. I mean, right now I'm passing meds, so I can't be, I can't interact with you at this moment because I'm passing meds, and some of the meds I'm passing are narcotics. I want to ensure that I don't mess up and the right person get their medicines, right? So she eventually went to her room. And then she comes back out. And now she's like slamming the door. And now she's yelling down the hallway. So you said you're going to make me wait for my meds? I said, ma'am, I did not say no such a thing. No, not I, ma'am. I did not say no such a thing. I hate this camera because it makes my face look like I have all these spots in my face, and I don't know. Anyway, that went on, and then I guess finally about 8 o'clock she comes up to me again, and she was like, okay, I guess she was like, okay, I'm defeated at this point. I can't intimidate her, I can't bully her, I can't threaten her, like, you can't do any of that, She did say, oh, I'm going to turn your name into the state, I'm going to get you fired. Okay. But I need you nurses to know that when patients are acting erratic in this way, or not even when they are doing anything that's out of the ordinary, or even their vital signs might be out, like, this stuff needs to be charted so that it can you'll have it just needs to be charted so that when they go back, and see that the patient was acting this way and the house supervisor was notified, so it kind of covers your ass. And then notify the house supervisor or charge nurse about what's going on as well. But apparently they know this is this lady's character. I'm like, whatever. I'm just not for the BO, but the BS, sorry. The BO, body odor. I'm not for that either. But anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of over it at this point. So at 8:30 I gave her meds. Then you have this other patient. She's heavily medicated to the point where she is stuck. And when I say stuck, I mean somebody, just picture somebody that's on drugs and then took a hit of something, right? And they were about to do something like kneel down to get a pen or a piece of paper or something, and they're kind of stuck in that position like a statue. That is crazy to see, but I have never seen that before up until when I came up here. It's when I started seeing it, when I saw that, when I was in Philly. And then there's this place, I can't think of the area that's in Philly, where it used to be nice, but now it's like full of drugs and needles be in the street. I can't think of what it's called. But I know if you want to look it up on YouTube and do YouTube Philly maybe drug area, and it will show you people driving through there. I think my ex took me down there for some reason. We were going down there or passing through. Either way, that stuff was bonkers. That was crazy. But anyway, that's why I didn't come back, because I'm like, I ain't got time. I gotta go home, get as much rest as I can, because now I start my 16 hours, my 3 16-hour shifts back to back. And I'm just doing my little countdown because I'm going to be out of here soon. But I brought my computer and stuff and my Bible because I know I'm going to have some downtime and I need to work on my resume. And I need to read my Bible and listen to, I need to, when I get to work, put it on, I had to put it on maybe T.D. Jakes or something to see what the sermon was today, because I need to be recentered and be protected this whole 16 hours. But outside of that, I'm going to end this video. If y'all like videos like this, please comment. Press the notification button so you'll be aware every time I upload a new video. Share, subscribe, leave comments on what you would like me to talk about. I'm gonna make a calendar because there's a lot I want to talk about, but because my mind just goes 100 miles an hour, I have to make a calendar and then just say, on this day we're gonna do this, and on this day we're gonna do this. So on this YouTube channel, we're gonna talk about nursing and about healthy eating, and we're getting there. Just be patient. Let me just get to my next destination. Healthy eating, getting fit after 50. Ooh, fit after 50. further my rumble, we'll be talking about, meal preps and fitness as well. And eventually, maybe I want to have like a podcast with a couple nurses where we can talk about the different issues that we as nurses are facing post-COVID, because it's a lot, and how can we as a nursing culture do our part to get things back where they used to be. So I am going to end this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The next vlog I will drop will be story time, and yeah, I got some stories, especially being a single mother, going through things with my kids. Like, I got some stories. But other than that, I'm going to end this video.